Hello class, good morning to you. Let us continue with our session, and remember last time we was dealing with simultaneous equation in two and now. And we have seen that simultaneous equation is a system of equation for which common solutions are needed, right? And remember last time we was dealing with one of the methods to solve such system like this one. It was which? It was elimination methods. Then today's topic we are going to learn how you can use another method that we call Cramer's rule, right? And we are going to see some examples that can help us to understand well the way we can solve such system like this one. First of all, you have to get knowledge about determinants. And let us, without wasting our time, let us start by first example. And the question says, use Cramer's rule to solve the following simultaneous equation. The first question says it's a system of two equations, right? This is the first equation and this is the second. The first equation says 8x plus 1 equals to 21. And the second equation is 5x minus 4 equals to 10. So you have to get a knowledge of the way we find determinants, and the determinant you have to put this system in terms of matrix. So how? In terms of matrix, write the coefficient in form of x, and you have to make sure that x is lined up as well as even y. X by x, y by y. There's lined up as well. And then when you try to express this system in terms of matrix, write the coefficient. Here it is 8, here it is 5. The coefficient here in front of y it is 1, and here it is negative 4. So we put in within bracket, and when we multiply by x, y, this gives us 30, this gives us another matrix that's called 21 and 10. Right? So we express this system in terms of matrix. We are going to find what class? We are going to find determinant. Because x, the value of x equals to determinant of x over determinant. Another way, we can even write it in this way, dx over d, to mean determinant. Okay? This is determinant of x, this is determinant. And then y equals to determinant of y over determinant. This is the same as writing dy over d. It is dx means determinant of x. The same as dy, d means determinant of y. Alright, so let's find the determinant. Let's find determinant. Determinant equals to what? We write the coefficient here 8, 5, 1, and negative 4. How do you find determinant? You multiply these numbers and you get how much? This is negative 32. In the formula we subtract the multiplication, the product of 5 and the 1. So when 5 times 1 it gives us 5. So the answer is negative 37, right? So this is determinant. We are also going to find the determinant of x. Determinant of x. How do we find determinant of x? We take this number and we substitute in terms of the numbers of x, right? Here we have 8 and 5. We are not going to take these numbers. We are going to take 20. 21 and 10. 21 and 10, and then this is gonna be 21 and then 10. Substitute the coefficient of x. So then we copy the coefficient for y. So how do we find determinant of x? We multiply the numbers that you see here. 21 by 4. It gives us negative 84. In the formula there's negative, there's minus. Then when you multiply negative 10 by 1, it is negative 10. But in the formula there's negative. So it is negative 10. Negative 10, it will give us positive. So now it is negative 84 plus 10. So the answer is, what is the answer here? The answer is negative 74. Right? So let us find determinant for y. We're going to write dy equals to what? This is dx, right? This is dx. And then remember this is determinant. It's also determinant equals to negative 37, right? So we are going to find dy determinant of y. So we take the coefficient for x is 8 and 5, yes? 8, alright. It is 8 and 5. Then in the coefficient of y, we substitute them by these numbers that you see here. And then we're going to write 21 and negative 10. So these are the numbers that I'm going to use for finding determinant of y. So multiplication of this and this gives us the negative 80, right? When you multiply this by that, it is 5 by 21, it is negative how much? Negative 105, yes. So when you add these numbers, the answer is 185, but it is negative. So this is the value of determinant for y. So how do you find x? How do you find y? We take x, we take determinant of x divided by determinant. So determinant of x here, it is negative 74 divided by determinant equals to negative 37. So the answer is when you take this divided by that, it is 2, because negative cancel each other, then the answer is 2. So how do we find y? Y equals to determinant of y divided by determinant. And determinant of y equals to negative 185 divided by negative 37. So negative cancel each other, and we remain with the number here. It is 5, right? We take 185 divided by 37. It is 5, right? So when you're going to write, when you ask you to solve, use Cramer's rule to solve. The word solve, you have to get what? You have to get the solution set. And the solution set, it is written in this way. It is a couple of which number? We start by x. 2, then the value of y, it is 5. So this is the way we find solution set for such system by using Cramer's rules. So did you see that you have to get knowledge for find determinant? Let us go to the next question, question number 2. Question number 2, they have changed only the variables. It was x and y, here it is 5 and b. So the same way we did for above question, it is going to be the same way we're going to do this. So let us write this in terms of x. in terms of matrix. It is 2, it is 3, it is 3, it is 2. Then when multiply by another matrix A and B, this gives us the matrix 5 and 10, right? So, let us find determinant. Determinant equals 2. We take 2, we take 3, we take 3, we take 2 here. And the multiplication of this will give us 4 minus what? 9. So the answer is the negative 5. D equals to negative 5. Right? Let's find the dx. Determinant of x. We have seen that for x, no, it is not a, it is not x, it is a. Good. Yes. dA, determinant of variable a. So how do you find determinant of variable a? We are going to substitute this coefficient for a by 5 and 10. And you copy the ones for b, 3 and 2. So this will give us what? Multiplication of this will give us 10. 10 minus c, multiplication of these numbers, it is negative 30. Then this is how much? This is negative 20. Right? So remember, this is determinant for a equals to negative 20. Okay? So we are going to find the determinant for b. db equals to what? We write the coefficient for a, it is 2 and 3. Then we substitute for the ones of b by 5 and 10. So what is the answer here? This is 20 minus what? Minus product of 3 and 5, it is of 15. So the answer is 5. dB equals to 5. How do you find A and B? A equals to dA over D. Determinant for A over determinant. So this is negative 20 over negative 5. So the answer is how much? The answer A equals to 4. A equals to 4. Then B. How do you find B? B equals to determinant for B divided by determinant. Determinant of B here, determinant for B, it is 5 divided by determinant 4. Not determinant, only it is a negative 5. So the answer B equals to negative 1. So how do we write solution? Solution, it is a couple of A and B. We start by A. A equals 2 here, 4, and the value of B here, it is negative 1. Right? So this is the way you find solution set for question number 2. It was asked to find the common solutions A and B. Next question, question number 3. It says that 4n minus 3m equals to 2. And then 2n plus 1 equals to 2m. Don't you see that n and m are not lined up as well? This is n, but here there is m. We don't have m. So we have first to arrange. So how can you arrange this? Even if you can start from n, let's start from n, no problem. And it's going to be 4n minus 3m. Let's take this one to the other side. It's going to be 2n minus 2m. Here it is equal to 2. And here, this positive 1, it is going the other right hand side, going to be negative 1. So the system becomes in this way. So write it in terms of matrices. We have two, we have 4 first, and we have 2. Here it is -3 and -2. When multiply this matrix 2 n m, the result is 2 and the -1, right? So as we did above question, remember we first find determinant. Determinant of what? Here it is determinant of n. How can we find determinant of n? We take coefficient for n, we substitute by these ones. So it is 2, it is -1, and then here it is -3 and -2. So we have substituted the coefficient for n by 2 and by -1. How can we find determinant here? Multiplication of this will give us -4, right? And then multiplication of -1 and this will give us positive. Remember, in the formula it is negative. So it is negative how much? It is -3. So the answer is negative. This is -4, -3. The answer is -7, isn't it? So this is determinant for n. The answer is -7. Let us find the determinant for m. It is, we have to take the coefficient for m, then we substitute by his. So we write 4, this and this, and the for coefficient m we substitute by 2 and the -1. Then it comes, multiplication of this will give us -4, and this by this, it is also negative. In the formula is negative. 2 by 2, it gives us -4. So the answer is -8. So determinant for m, it is -8. Let us also find the determinant. Determinant equals to, we take this coefficient, 4, 2, -3, -2. So multiplication of 4 and 2, it is -8. Then when you multiply this by this, it is negative. And remember, in the formula it is negative. So -6. So the answer is -8 plus 6, right? Which gives us the -2. This is what? This is determinant. Determinant equals to -2. Alright. So, how can we find n? It is determinant of n over determinant, which gives us -7 over -2. So the answer is 7 over 7. M equals to determinant of m over determinant, right? This is equal to how much? It is -8 over -2. The answer is 4. The answer is 4. So solution set here, solution set, it is a couple of two numbers here. We start by n, it is 7 over 2, and the value of m here, it is 4. It is a couple of these two numbers, 7 over 2 and 4. This is a solution set because the answer was asked to solve. Question, let's go to the question number 4. Question number 4 says, y minus 2x equals to 2, and 2y minus 4x equals to negative 3. Here, the same way, you can change, because you are seeing that y and x, y's are lined up as well, the same to the x's. And we can also make this in we can arrange this system can be arranged in this way: negative 2x, negative 4x, then plus y, here plus 2y, then here equals to 2, and here equals to negative 3. So let us arrange the system in this way, and this you can make this as like this in terms of matrix. It is negative 2, negative 4, and here 1 and 2. When you multiply by x and y, this gives us the 2 and negative 3, isn't it? So we are going to find determinant for x. Determinant for x equals to the values of x here. The question for x is this ones. We substituted by these ones. So it's gonna be 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Then we use for the ones of y. The ones of y, it is 1. It is 1. This one and 2. Multiplication of these numbers, he gives us how much? It gives us 4. Then we substitute minus 3. So the answer here, it is 1. The x equals to 1, right? Let's find dy. dy equals to what? We copy the coefficient of x is negative 2 and negative 4, and then we change the coefficient for y by these ones. So it is 2 and 3. So multiplication of these numbers will give us, here it is negative 6, negative, how much? Multiplication of this and this one gives us minus 8. So here the answer is negative 6 minus plus 8. The answer is 2. Let's find determinant. Determinant equals to what? It is, we copy the coefficient for x and y. It is negative 2, negative 4, 1 and 2. So multiplication of these numbers will give us how much? This will give us negative 4. In the formula there is a minus, then minus 4. I think that minus 4 gives us positive. So it is minus 4 plus 4. The answer is 0. 0 is what? It is the determinant of x. So determinant of x, determinant is equals to 0. This is determinant. And then remember, when we are going to find x, we take determinant for x divided by determinant. So it's going to be what? It's going to be 1 divided by 0. And 1 divided by 0, this does not exist in the set of real number, because it gives us the positive infinity. So does not exist in any set of real number. So when you want to find y, also the same, you can't find the y because determinant is 0. It is dy over determinant, which gives us 2 over 0, and you have seen that 2 over 0 does not exist in set of real. It gives us positive infinity, does not exist in any error. You ask it to do what? To solve. and here you have to write that solution. Here it is empty. Empty to mean what? No solution. No solution set. Alright, so this is the end of our session. Thank you for your attention, and try to do some exercise that I left, and they are around 5. Try them. It will help you to understand more about the way we solve simultaneous equation. Alright, see you and bye bye.